What's going on, everybody? It's Chris from the Bass Channel, and it is just about the tail end of February 2020, meaning the Bass Channel is coming up on being 4 years old. And in that amount of time, we have shot a handful of videos and some other footage that have not been released to the public, whether they be Patreon exclusive or otherwise. So I figured now is a good time as any to release them to the public in a mini-series that I'm going to roll out through the rest of the year called Hindsight is 2020. So the first video that we're going to roll out features this guy from 2017 talking about how to build your own bi-amp rig using a couple different pedals. And if you've seen the recent Orange Bass Butler video, I go into a little bit more detail about the merits of a bi-amp rig. But in this video from almost 3 years ago now, I had a handful of different distortions with an LS2 and showing how you can use EQ and the LS2 to make your own bi-amp rig with whatever distortions you may have at home. Now again, this was 2017, still early in the channel, so we didn't have the best cables at the time, so you're going to hear quite a bit of cable noise. Please just look past that, and without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris from Basic Gear Review, and we're doing another Patreon exclusive pedal hack. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple more popular distortions, and this one's a fuzz for guitar. And what we have here is we have the LS2 line selector, and we did a video on this a couple months back, and we tried to really convey how important it is that you can use this with virtually any drive and blend in a clean signal, because that's one of the big things, like with the Big Muff, for example. It's got a great tone, but it's not super suitable for bass because a lot of that low end is going to drop out, especially as you roll that tone up, which is where the LS2 comes in, being able to blend in a clean tone. So let's just hear what that sounds like. I'm playing my Sterling Ray 34, and we're going to go clean. Now let's turn on the Big Muff. So you hear a lot of that fundamental low end in a mix that's not going to settle too well on its own. We also brought along a DS1. Let's see what that sounds like on its own. Really cool gain structure, nice top end. Again, nothing happening on the bottom. So that's where this LS2 comes in. What we're going to do is we're going to pull it over to the AB and bypass selection. So here it's bypass. That's just our clean tone. Now when we engage it, we have the DS1 running in loop A, and we have a clean signal in loop B. If we roll back this distortion, you can hear that clean tone. So the problem that can arise in this method is maybe you don't want your clean tone to be the entire frequency spectrum. So what we've also done is we have this 10-band EQ in loop B for our clean signal. What I'm going to do is I've rolled off everything 500 and above. So when we engage it, you hear a lot of that high end is being rolled off. Here it is off. Back on. So now what's happening is our clean signal is just the low end, so we can keep our top end through the DS1 or the Big Muff, which I'm going to switch back to. But our bottom end is just bottom end. There's no high frequencies coming out. So that's what you can do with this 10-band EQ. Now we also have a second 10-band EQ in loop A, which you can then further sculpt the sound going into your drive. So if you don't want too much low end hitting the drive and muddying it up, you can cut some of that back, and here's what it would sound like on its own. Just kind of cleans it up a little bit. So now if we engage both signals again, we have just the top end running into the big muff, and then just the bottom end going clean. And then let's run that through the DS1, same thing. Anyway, so yeah, that's it's kind of a do-it-yourself bass overdrive, bass distortion with maybe something you got at your guitar player's house or something you can easily find. These are pretty easy to come across used. Obviously, they do make bass distortions and bass overdrives with a clean blend that maybe are not quite as flexible. I know we are going the long way around to get kind of one tone, but I mean, if you have the stuff available, you can definitely set it up this way. What it also does is it doesn't limit you to only looking at, you know, bass big muffs or bass overdrives. You can now look at the entire spectrum of overdrives because maybe you really like the gain structure of the DS1, but it doesn't translate well. Well, now with the Boss LS2, you can use any gain pedal. And if you throw the 10-band EQ in there, you just get more option of tone shaping the fundamental low end. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting on Patreon. And we'll see you all next time. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or any other pedals that you've used in this same kind of fashion, please let me know down below. If you like this video and you want to see more, please consider subscribing. You can also check out Patreon for more exclusive content, and here's some other videos that have been auto-generated to suit your best interests. And until next time, I'm Chris from the Bass Channel, and thanks for watching.